Go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Get Well Soon family.
And happy Sunday.
This is your host, Tyler Kidd.
And your co-host, Angelina Mesa.
And whether you're listening on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, all of our listening options, or you're tuning in and watching us on YouTube, hello. And welcome to I always forget the podcast number. This is the...
question mark episode.
This is episode 8.
Sure. I don't know.
This is episode 8, I believe. If I'm wrong, we owe every listener $1.
No.
And the title of this podcast is... Okay, the title... on the spot. Welcome to the episode, we think 8, question mark, maybe 7, question mark, maybe 9, question mark. Are you a shitty friend? And that is because we're going to dive deep into friendships. We got a crazy Reddit submission sent in directly to us. One of our first ever super direct anonymous submissions, and she spills the tea. She spills some situationship. I'm so excited to dive in for that one. And so we're just going to kind of spend this episode going over that and all the themes because it's a pretty lengthy submission. So I feel like breaking it down, going through. Also, I did forget the rest of the submissions that we got on Sunday. We were going to go through everyone's submissions.
We have a whole bag full
of all your little dirty secrets. So stay tuned. We did not throw them away. They meant something to us. I just forgot them. We'll probably do that in 2 episodes from now. Mm-hmm. We'll have the bag, and we will just do a massive dig dive, whatever, freaking deep. My brain is still like.
Do we do a little cheers before we?
Yeah, let's do. And this is going to be my last sip, though. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Not the battle of the energy drinks. Amino versus Alani. How much caffeine?
200.
In this small one, there's 140.
Holy shit.
Woo! And I'm going to get a Burlington Nutrition tea after this on my way to North Jersey.
I'm so jealous.
Wait, it changed your life, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Burlington Nutrition teas. This video is not sponsored by Burlington Nutrition, but let's throw a little promo in there because this past weekend at our podcast Pride, we haven't even done our intro, so I'm going to have to throw this in at the end. Yeah. But at our podcast pop-up this weekend, Ange got to try Burlington Nutrition Energy Tea for the first time. Yeah. And I said to every newbie, this is going to change your life because no other caffeine is going to hit the same because it's such clean, no crash, no jitters, but it's just you could run a fucking marathon off that shit. Yeah. And she texted me today.
I was in the shower and I was thinking about the taste in my mouth. And I've had stuff from Burlington Nutrition before. I love their protein shakes. But the energy shake, also, I'm burnt out today. And then so my energy is right
and
here.
Burlington Nutrition will take you right
here. And I know that, but I didn't have time to go. Oh. And I love Alani. But
come on, Burlington Nutrition.
Yeah, Burlington Nutrition.
Love it. Tyler, I'm talking in third person. I'm going to be coming out with little summer specialties, so stay tuned. And literally, if you've never tried it, you should. Disclaimer, you will think about the taste in the shower because that sent me.
At 5 a.m.
All right. Let's get into the actual podcast.
Okay.
This podcast is sponsored by New Jersey.
Wait, before we get into our little sponsorship, can we guys talk about how nervous I was last episode?
Oh my God, stop. She was so nervous. She was freaking out. First of all, I edited that video and it was
so bad. I missed part of the intro. I am so sorry, Matt. I just completely trashed the sponsorship.
I edited it. I tweaked it a little, but it was a high five for doing that all by yourself.
And it wasn't supposed to be by myself.
I had an emergency.
Yeah, we had an emergency going on, completely fine, but
it was not fine. I did not enjoy the emergency.
No.
She didn't enjoy the emergency.
No, because when I tell you, when you texted me that, I was sweating in the car. I was shaking while I was driving. I was like, I don't like. No, but it's kind of cool because, everyone knows you had a podcast prior and you had said to me, I didn't even do this for my podcast. No. So it's almost, and I always said to her, after we get through all the crazy shit and all the oh my God, what are we going to do? Yeah. It's almost like wait, okay, but we got a whole new experience and we got to learn a whole new thing. Yeah. So there's a silver lining, but no, I knew you were so nervous. And when I walked in here that day, you were
just like. That's why I kept saying, I was like, "Are you good? You need anything? You good?" And you were like, "Mm-hmm."
I felt so bad for Katie because I'm a very outgoing person when you get to know me, but when I first meet you, I'm very like, I'll hide in the corner.
Yeah, like you're like kind of like, let me just hide like a shadow.
Yeah, now I'm like that. Before I had my daughter and before being pregnant, I did not give a shit what anyone thought about me. But now I like hide in the corner and I don't like.
Oh, well, we're gonna drag her out of the corner. By a year from now, you are not gonna be in a corner. You're gonna be graduating. We're gonna be doing our podcast tour next year. I'm claiming it now.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I just thought about that. I just decided that's a deadline.
That's a deadline next summer.
Yeah, like let's do a little summer.
Okay, well,
one.
after I pass my board, so that can be like when we celebrate. During
and we can do a little bit like crazy. We can do like a little party and a little bit of a tour.
We're getting
hammered after you pass the board.
Yes,
100%.
Hammered. I don't want to remember a thing.
Only that. You passed.
Only that I passed.
Like blacked out drunk screaming at people that you passed your boards.
Yeah.
And you're going to wake up and be like, guys, I don't remember last night. And we're going to like see somebody as say we go to the beach or whatever. We're walking down the boardwalk. She passed her boards. You're like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, it's the guy you were screaming at last night. That was the girl you were screaming at last night in the family.
Dude.
Can't wait. Oh,
me too.
Good vibes. This podcast, can we get through the intro? No, that was really cute. I liked that. You did a phenomenal job. You guys will be seeing that. Well, by the time this episode comes out, you guys will already see that episode. So comment down below and tell her, like, Angelina, it was fine. You did a good job. We just got a YouTube comment this morning. Did you read it?
No, I saw it, and it just was way too lengthy.
Oh, it's a big one?
It was a few. I couldn't read it on my thing. And I was, like, rushing in the morning.
So we should read that one first, and then we'll jump into the Reddit.
Yeah.
Okay. This podcast episode, this can I take anything seriously? This podcast.
Could you imagine if we talk? Can we imagine? Well, actually, I
really was gonna get it that time.
Could you imagine? No, you smoke all the time. But like if we just me high, like we
wouldn't get through this. My friend Alex had such a good idea. Matt, sorry, screw your sponsorship. It's not coming. My friend Alex came up with such a good thing. She was like partnering with either like a cannabis infused drink. Yeah. Because obviously we're not smoking in the studio, but if we did like a cannabis infused drink and did a 420 special episode where it's like you could have two people that aren't stoners, two people that are, and then doing a podcast episode about it.
I would be okay. Well, I used to be a stoner back in the
day.
Really? Yeah.
You did tell me that. I think.
Yeah, I used to smoke my pen all the time.
Are you allowed to say this?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm not anymore while I take care of patients. I'm clean. I've been clean for like.
Okay, don't say I've been clean. That sounds like you.
I've been sober. Is that better word?
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, I used to smoke literally every day before bed.
It's lovely. But you can't now. Your schedule would be like all crazy and you probably like wake up a little foggy
But when I used to smoke back in high school, like I would smoke and I would cracked out. Like I would
you like go to sleep?
No, I would be like, let's go. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Probably some sativas you had.
Yeah, and then like my freshman, sophomore year of college, I would smoke and then I would giggle for like an hour and then I would be like slump.
Someone looks over. Why is she so quiet? Oh, I am in high school. I was always a sleeper. I would smoke, sleep. It's just till I got into like college and stuff that I was able to like. But even sometimes now, like I literally will smoke midday just to kind of decompress, and then I wake up at 3 p.m. and I'm like, bitch.
It's crazy though, seeing some people that smoke all the time and they're just like ready to go.
I know somebody. I can't say who, but there's somebody in my life who smokes. Yeah. Like.
All the time, same.
And the amount of shit this person gets done is actually insane.
It's insane.
Like crafts, appointments, doing things, events. Like they run on it. And I'm like, how are you not falling over?
I know a few people that are like that.
Like props to y'all because I wish I could do that. Like
and it calms them down so they get their shit done in the right way and they're just like chilling. I wish I could do that.
Meanwhile, I'm like stuttering. I'm like,
I'm like, cracked out while I'm the 5 hours into studying.
Well, good thing you don't do it no more then.
Yeah, no. Okay, sponsorship.
I was waiting just to see if you were gonna like say something.
No.
Just to make sure. Okay. This podcast is sponsored by New Jersey Holistic Healing and Wellness. As you guys know, you can always scan the QR code. I'm going to officially start putting it down here, right between us with this little couch area. Scan it, check them out. As you guys know, I have been going here for over a year now. And I'm actually so happy to say that some of you have started checking it out and coming here. Like, so happy for you guys. Because it truly is such a good place to get the resources, to have the person, somebody that is so invested in who you are and what you go through outside of medications or numbing your brain or, you know, ignoring what the actual the issue at root is, and being like, no, like, this is what this is and this is how you get through it. And here are the skills, the mindsets, and the perspectives that you can implement in your life. At New Jersey Holistic Healing and Wellness, it's just been a very different approach, and I've really respected that and appreciated it. And it has shown how my life changed when I was doing traditional therapy, which was, I deteriorated actually, and I was numb and a zombie, versus how it is now with New Jersey Holistic Healing and Wellness. And I mean, it shows. Like, anybody who knows me from a few years ago, I get texts from girls I go to high school with, and like girls that I've stayed friends with, and people I've stayed friends with, and guys now that are like, keep doing your shit. Like, you have improved and you're and I'm like, boop, boop, toot the horn. Thank you very much.
I obviously haven't known you forever. I mean, I've known who you are.
I'm a little stalker.
I mean, you knew who I was too.
I know. I came. She said, "Don't play with me over here. Don't play over here." No, I did. I came on your podcast.
Yeah, but
you started my love for podcasting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Roger, cut it. You guys won't know what we're talking about because Angelina is making Roger cut it. But just know Angelina said Roger cut it, so Roger cut it.
Cut it.
Cut it.
No, but I've heard stories of like the person you were. You've admitted. You admitted about the person.
I was absolutely batshit insane. Absolutely batshit, unhinged, insane, evil, vindictive, manipulative, miserable B word that I don't like to call myself anymore. 100%.
Yeah.
I own that shit.
And that's now, I'm not kidding. I strive to be as positive and like glowing as you are.
You do a really good job. And when I'm not, you are.
I tried.
I tried this morning with you, and you were like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Okay, well, this was my day. I was supposed to get an extra 30 minutes of sleep, and I didn't get that extra minute.
I said, wake up early and hit the gym. Gym brings us happiness.
We woke up at like 4 something, and that's like our Monday, Tuesday routine.
I know. Usually Wednesdays we don't work out together, actually, the past few times.
Yeah, no.
But I knew that if I didn't come this morning, I wasn't going to work out, and I didn't end up working out yesterday. If I do not come and work out with you in the mornings, I don't work out. I've come to the conclusion. I'm not there yet. I'm not solo. You also live at your gym.
Yeah.
In my environment, there's no vibes of wellness.
Yeah, so you just got to go outside and run. I started my running journey.
I know. Congratulations on that. You guys should check that out on Angelina's TikTok. Her, Sean, and the baby started a little running series. Did you see the brand that I was trying to put onto you commented?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely, what you should do is you should buy the smallest package. I'm going to give you guys, everybody's about to tune into a little bit of a little advice on getting a brand deal. Buy like the smallest package of theirs. So buy like just one or whatever, or maybe buy 3 so you can do a couple.
Yeah.
Make a video about each one of them and you guys taking them and like having people comment about it, and then reach out to them and be like, hey, listen, love the product. I would love to hear about any partnership or collaborative affiliation opportunities to work together. Usually they'll probably start you on an affiliation base. Always make sure you go for around like 20%, especially based on how much they're charging for them. And then have them send you some more stock, keep making the videos. And then once you get that one video that boom, and everybody's like, girl, what are you using? What is this? I want to know this. Give us the details. You take that link, you email them over. It's been a wonderful few weeks, months, whatever, working with you. I would love to hear about I would love to create some dedicated content for the brand and really bring like my audience is really loving this content, stuff like that.
This is my manager right here.
Boss. I love it. Not the boss. Who made me a boss? No, I'm just kidding. But I love networking and just business, like entrepreneurship.
I've heard a lot of good things about the people that you did mention in my comments, but I'm only on mile 1 of running. We're gonna up our mile each week. So once I start doing longer distance, that's when I want to try it. So maybe once I hit like 3 miles, I'll start trying it. My goal is to definitely hit by like 8-10 miles by the end of summer and like feel good, not where I'm like like how I was 1 mile in.
So I enjoy cardio.
I don't.
I enjoy running. I will never strive to run 8 miles. Props to you.
Yeah.
When I hear people talking about that, I just ran 16 miles. Good for you. Never will be me.
Yeah, like
not even on a hateful thing towards myself. That is not in a desirable. That just sounds like running my town 8 times.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Props to you.
You
can do it.
My close friend Jamie, she's always been a runner, and I've always wanted to do something like that. Mm-hmm. But when I tried to do cardio, I would run after I had Savannah. I ran like 5 miles. I was go. Like but I also was very in my mindset that I was not healthy at the time. Yeah. So I was just trying to lose that.
I mean, you had to be some sort of healthy to be able to be running 5 miles after having a baby.
No, like I was just sprinting, wasn't building my muscle, which
I get what you're saying.
I don't like my body like that. I personally do not like my body like that. But some runners I see, and my close friend Jamie, her body is muscular and like she just runs, and I'm like, I want to be like that. And she enjoys running. She does marathons, half marathons. I'm like, one day, and I want to show Savannah that she can run a marathon and be that kind of girl one day. She can still at the same time running, hip thrust, 300 pounds like her mom.
I have a cute little story before we jump into the submission about running, though.
Yeah.
My friend Casey Gates does running, and she actually just ran, I believe, her first. Casey, I don't know.
5K?
It was a 5K?
Yeah.
See, I don't know the differences. I just know that these people go and they run a lot, and it's amazing for them. She did a phenomenal job, but we were texting the other day or whatever. We were just chatting, and she was like, we were talking about getting back into reading. She was like, I really want to get back into, like, I want to go for a run. Like, I want to get back, whatever. And I was just like, we were having I was giving really positive, like, stuff, saying stuff to her. And I was like, go and do it. Like, you can do it. We were chatting about the books. This is the book I read. Get back into running. You're a phenomenal runner, whatever. She texted me later that day, and she was like, I just beat my PR, her best time for a mile. And I was like, see, like, if you want it, it's already yours.
If you put your mind to it,
it's yours.
You can fucking do it. At the end.
So I thought that was so cute, because she was like, I just really want to get back into it. And then the day she gets back into it, she beats a PR. I was like, that's all the signs you needed. Like, slay, literally.
My brother, I wore this shirt today for him. It's military men.
Oh, you're older. You're not older than you, but your older brother sent that to you? Oh, I thought Grayson did.
No. My oldest...
Your oldest brother, yes.
Yep. He just sent me a video, and I wore this shirt today, like, for him and my stepdad and my grandpa.
Why am I missing something today?
No, I just wore it. Like, I saw it, and like I really missed my brother right now, and I was like, you know what? I only wear this usually on like military holidays.
It looks comfy.
Labor Day.
Yeah, it's cute. I like it.
And then I was like, you know what? I miss my brother, and so I'm gonna wear this today.
I think it's funny that
then he just roasted me by sending me that Instagram.
That's fine. Remember my little brother? That day you guys saw on TikTok, I made that cute little video time us getting ice cream or whatever. And then an hour later he told me, like, we were like, he kind of roasted me, I kind of roasted him back, and then he was like, that's why you couldn't touch your feet like that when you were fat.
I'm so
Word. Guess what? Sorry. I can touch them now, bitch. Little fuck. Yo, I was like literally, and everyone. So after he said that to me, and it doesn't bother me. Like I was bigger. Like I literally was 220 something pounds. I'm very open about that. I was very unhealthy. She
lost a lot of weight because of me. Just kidding.
Well, the first 20 now I'm like not getting up because now I'm stuck. Not her shoving. You guys didn't just see it, but she just like.
Yeah, you had to go back. I don't like hugging people unless it's my daughter.
That's fine. I would snuggle all the time. I don't really like hugging, but I can
snuggle.
I guess you could say, but like if you were to like wrap your arms around me, I would have shoved you off just as hard.
I don't think me and Brie have. I think we've hugged like once.
It's okay. Some people don't like it, but. Yeah, just little brothers. When I had, after he said that, and like I said, wasn't mad, so do not be mean about Elijah Beanie Butt Jr. I love him. Little Peanut. He says I have to stop calling and referring to him as that, but he's just a little peanut.
Squeezes.
So yeah, he says that to me, and I go on my phone, and I have 10 comments about everyone saying how freaking cute he is and love him, and he's so big, and he's so sweet, and this is so sweet, and I'm like, yeah, this is sweet. But then the other side of brothers is absolutely trenches. Brothers will bring you to the trenches, and well, your sisters, you have multiple siblings, but for me, I just grew up with 3 brothers, no female.
Well, Colin was my first sibling. He was and I grew up with my uncle, so I kind of had, and me and my uncle are close enough in age where we could be siblings.
Yeah, you did say that.
So I kind of always like had boys in my life. I was always, you know.
Yep. Girls, you guys can't hear me maybe because the mic's down there, but girls rule, boys rule.
Yep, I agree with that. My uncle used to be the nastiest person to live with. His room would smell. He would spray cologne everywhere, and now I'm reliving it with my little brother.
Ew, today. In the gym, I went to go do whatever workout.
Ew,
and his toenails. Next to my finger.
His toenails. He just leaves shit everywhere.
That's just boys, though. Like, and I don't know if it gets better with age.
And like, I want a baby boy, like, because I just want that, like boys just love their mom so much.
Yeah.
And I'm really scared Savannah's gonna get out of this stage that she's not a mommy's girl anymore.
You think she's gonna switch to being a daddy's girl?
I have this weird feeling. So like, I just want a boy to have that because he'll always be a mommy's boy. But then
You're gonna become the mother. You know how you're talking about in the one episode where it's like the son's dedicated to his mother, not his wife. Your son's gonna be dedicated to you and not his wife.
No, I won't let that happen.
Oh, okay.
I won't.
I take it back.
No.
Brother? Do you know that? You know brother?
Yes. Brother.
God. Last episode. Oh, I keep forgetting there's an episode in between this, but the last time we were just by ourselves, we were like, bleh, 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 and now we're like cracked out. It's okay. Good vibes. Good vibes. But yeah, boy. I always say I want all boys, but you make me want just the one girl.
Yeah, because things like this morning, like have my son leave toenails in our gym. I will smack the shit. I will
make you eat your toenails. You will never leave these toenails down. No, I am convinced that I will. My sons won't be gross because my husband's not going to be gross. And if I'm not gross and my husband's not gross,
you think that though because my stepdad's not gross and Sean's not gross, but my little brother is just.
So what is it? Somebody enter the chat and tell us what is the psychological thing with
his friends. Maybe.
Oh, so maybe it's not the environment he's in, it's the environment he, like, isn't outside. I don't know. Is your little sister clean?
Oh, my God,
yeah, she's like us.
She could get diagnosed with OCD at the age of 10.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I, like, put my controllers in order from tallest to shortest, but that might be a different...
Well, no, that's...
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a great beginning of the podcast episode. Don't even
little brothers or little sisters.
Like which one would I pick?
Yeah.
I've never had little sisters, so I have to pick little brothers. But I also don't know, like sometimes little girls aggravate me, but that's not because of them.
It's their attitude.
And I think I didn't grow up with it. So for me, I'm like, because boys really just don't bother you, and when they do, it's like they're punching you or something, or they want to wrestle or like whatever. But sometimes with like younger girls, and it's like, I'm like, who the fuck are we talking to? Boys, they'll just be like, whatever, dude. You're that's why you're this and you're that, and they walk away. But like girls are like
sassy. They're like a freaking cheetah.
Like, don't make me like puff up. Like, don't make me have to get sassy right back.
And I love my sisters, but the boys, like, when we argue, but they like love on me. Mm-hmm.
But girls, it goes to hell. The fight will go to hell every time.
I mean, I argue with my 10-year-old sister, but I love her so much, like my daughter. So like all my little sisters, like Juliana too. I just like love her.
So we got an episode. This was yesterday, I guess, that we got it, but it was about our reel about more hours less sleep, the under eye one that you guys saw on Instagram and TikTok. If you're not following us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, you're missing out and you need to, because not only do we post these videos,
we post
highlights of stuff. Sorry, I had the mic turned the wrong way, as always. Oh my god, my legs. Okay. So
before we read this comment, usernames and profile pictures that people come up with
are crazy.
Are crazy.
I don't even know, what is that? Is that a dinosaur? Is this my little brother? So the comment goes, time is based. I think they took the caption and the video a little seriously, but I don't know. Or they're actually answering my question about wanting 48-hour time. This actually might be educational. Time is based on Babylonian counting practice where they used knuckles to count up to 60.
Definitely not your brother.
How many? What do you mean you counted knuckles up to 6? Anyway, I don't know. It just sounds like you can achieve your time management goals with practice and creating a routine. Oh, there is more.
You need a routine too.
Otherwise, you can see a therapist to talk about your common anxiety.
Talk about your common anxiety
bouts that affect your day-to-day life. So,
okay, so he's pretty much saying that we need to.
He gave us the history of time. They or he, she, they. I don't know who this is. This person gave us the history of time. Babylonian. So if you guys didn't know, that's how we have 60 minutes, 60 seconds, 60 minutes.
He said 60 knuckles.
Yeah, but if you think about it, they probably use knuckles to count the 60 for minutes and then 60 minutes for an hour.
Babylonians, though, are
60 seconds is a minute, 60 minutes is an hour.
Like a historical group.
Am I right? 60 seconds is a minute, 60 minutes is an hour. That didn't sound right. And he's saying I need to talk to my therapist about my common anxiety bouts. So maybe that is something to talk about. I'm going to heart it. We're going to thumbs it up. And we're going to say...
It's very educational.
Thank you so much.
But he's
telling the education. It's okay. I probably should talk to Matt. Thank you so much for the education.
Me too.
And recommendation. We love creating a space like this for discussion. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he's telling you to create a routine and to go see your therapist.
We love creating a space like this for discussions.
Me too, sir. I need to go to... Well, he's telling both of us, honestly, because it's the podcast page.
Yeah, and you said no. So maybe...
You need more time management because you just like staying up and getting 2 hours of sleep.
I need more time. But I do.
I need more time management.
I just a little bit. What happened to your ankle? You cut yourself? Oh, it just looked red when you had it turned. All right, guys. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, this Reddit submission. I'm going to put parts of it up. Let's do a little space out. Because I'm going to put parts of it up here for our YouTube viewers.
Okay, so do you want me to read the first part?
Oh my god, we're playing popcorn, like in school, and you'd be like, popcorn, then you go next. Yeah. So, how do I stand up for myself for being lied to without throwing someone under the bus is the title of this. So right off the bat.
Juicy.
It's giving relatable, though.
Yeah.
Like, do you sacrifice yourself for the truth, or do you sacrifice, I guess, others for the truth? I don't know. Let's find out.
One of my close friends has had an on and off situationship with...
So they're single.
Yep.
Talked about this before. So two single people.
With this guy for almost 3 years now. Oh my gosh.
Rolling eyes emoji. Parentheses.
Your close friend needs to get out now. Run as far as...
There's nothing really to get out of, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 3 years? You're spending 3 years with somebody who does not want to commit to you.
Block the number. Block them on all socials.
Fill yourself up with self-love. Find your hobbies. Get in your hobby bag. Get some aspirations in life. Inspiration. Do things you never wanted to do. But please, ladies, gentlemen, above and all around, stop spending years of your life with somebody who does not want to commit to you and give all of themselves and take all of you.
Yes.
Anyway.
For some context, this guy is actually friends with my now boyfriend of almost 2 years, so we were set up by them. Mm-hmm. So not only do I hear my friend's side of the situationship, I also hear things from my boyfriend as well. Even if my boyfriend wasn't in the picture, from what my friend has told me herself, he is not good news.
So please stop spending years of your life with somebody who's you're aware of is not bad news.
And if the boyfriend... From that last sentence, I'm kind of thinking...
The boyfriend says it too.
Yeah, the boyfriend says it too. You want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Popcorn.
It's gotten to the point where maybe I shouldn't have. It's all my spit. It's gotten to the point where I genuinely feel frustrated because I've offered my friend all the advice I can give and try to steer her away for the best, while everyone is entitled to do whatever they please. I like that she says that.
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point where my friend is making this my issue. I have my own priorities and just don't know how I can continue to tell her the same things when she keeps going back and putting herself in the same situation. Again, I know I cannot control people's actions, nor do I want to, but she will entertain what I'm saying in the moment, and then I'll find out from my boyfriend they're seeing each other. There's literally nothing else I can offer, yet she still comes to me about every issue with him. So to debrief this part of this story, because now I think we're going to get into something that went wrong, a situation. And I've experienced this myself. You can love somebody so much and you can give all the advice in the world. And I like how she says they can do whatever they please. Because at the end of the day, your friends, your family, your loved ones, they are owed the freedom to do whatever they want to please. Yes. Even if we know it's not good for them. Because we're all in situations where we have the rose-colored lenses on when we think what we're doing is best for us, regardless of what people say. But at the end of the day, your friend has full freedom to no longer want to be friends with you because it's not... Why put... It's almost like it's a weight on the friendship.
Yes, and it's also exhausting for that friend.
100%.
After 3 years of dealing with that, I can't imagine what you're feeling, and I would get frustrated. I have been in a relationship where I've constantly had my friends telling me the same thing over and over and over again, and it took me 3 years to be like, what the fuck am I doing?
100%.
You know? And they're gonna figure it out on their own time. But for the health of yourself,
have those boundaries
and push yourself away. Now being in the outside perspective and now being that for some of my other friends, I am like, it's exhausting.
It's hard to be that supportive friend who's not in like the delusion of the situation. And I do think friends, if you are a genuine friend and stuff, you should put in the time and effort of trying to understand and you keep trying to help your friend. But if it comes at the sacrifice of your energy and your time, and I read a little bit ahead, I'm going to preface, and it's sacrificing your relationships with other people, then that friendship does not serve you. It doesn't serve you. The moment a friendship no longer serves you and is taking from you versus putting into you, then sometimes it's no longer met. And the thing about this is that it doesn't have to be hateful. It doesn't have to be angry. No. You guys could be friends again in 5 years from now when they're not in this situation. Yeah. And she shouldn't hold that against you, and you shouldn't hold that against her. It should just come from a simple place of love, like, I love you, but I personally can't do this anymore and keep messing up my life.
And if they're a good friend, they'll understand and be like, all right.
Even if they don't understand now,
they'll understand. And if they understand in the long run, then.
And also, sometimes it takes to lose people like that for you to be like, well, damn. Yeah. What am I doing that my friends don't want to be friends with me anymore? Yeah. You know? And also, if you feel like there's nothing else you can offer in a friendship, that does also mean that maybe a friendship has ran its course. Yeah. As sad as that is to say.
Because people come and go through the chapters.
And I just said this on a Facebook group, because I'm in like this one for like anonymous, and I'd be answering people because some people don't answer them and they're asking for help. I'm like, I got you. Yeah. But I said a lot of people don't realize or take into account that a lot of people are actually not meant to be in your life forever. No. They are simply meant for lessons and moments and memories. And then you'll have the ones that last forever. And those are your people. Yeah. But you don't need 1,000 people. We've talked about this before, you just need that few people that are just on you for the rest of life. Circle. And then you experience everybody else. Yeah. And experience other people's lives and being in their lives.
And some people have more support system, friends, whatever, than others. But that's okay. That's okay. Don't compare yourself.
And don't measure it either. Yeah. Because you can get the same support from one person that you would get from a group of 10 friends combined.
Yeah, because I see people that try to have a gazillion close friends and like friends, and really they aren't the best person. Mm-mm.
No, it's usually, what is it, everyone who strives to be liked by all, there's a saying about that or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I don't know the saying.
Me either.
Continuing.
This is not me being unsupported, because I've been there for her through this since the start. However, this has now led issues in my own relationship. I will be under the impression my friend has removed herself from toxicity, but then I will overhear I will hear otherwise from my boyfriend that they've been seeing each other all along. I would literally.
So now your friend is lying to your face.
Yeah.
So your friend wants you to give me advice, give me opinions when I want it, but then I'm going to lie to your face when I want to. That is not a balanced friendship, and that is not a good friend.
That shit makes me.
Like in my friend group, even if we do things that we just talked about not doing or we hit whatever, it's like, guys, I went and saw him. Guys, I texted him. Guys, I went and did this.
Yeah.
And we go, you stupid bitch. And like you talk about it and you give the advice again. But to lie to your friend's face is who's been there from the start and is continuing to give you support and all that other.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
And also, I'm not.
And if you have to lie to your friend, you know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. And also, I'm that friend that has your location. I will find out if
Bro, Angelina be on my shit.
I'm not as
my
bad.
Location was off. You were like, turn it on.
Yeah, dude. Well, also, I was a little nervous. You might have like driven off a bridge. So, but then I will hear otherwise from my boyfriend that they've been seeing each other all along. Then I'm faced with the conflict of either confronting my friend about the secrecy because I feel betrayed as hell. Understandable. Or throwing my boyfriend under the bus. My boyfriend should feel like he can tell me things without me repeating it, but it really makes me feel some type of way that my friend tells me one thing but is doing another the entire time. I'm not one to pick a man over my friends, but as I'm getting older and my relationship has lasted as long as it has, I need to take it seriously as this could be my future. But I also can't support my friend going back to a situation that ends up the same way every time. Am I wrong for wanting to remove myself from that friendship? No.
No.
And
also, now that, sorry, go ahead.
I think your boyfriend, if you guys are as serious as you are, you need to sit down and have a conversation with him and be like, I know your friend told you not to say anything, but for the benefit of my health, I need to just tell her that. You don't have to tell her everything that you know, but just say, listen, I know what you've been doing. You've been lying to me, and I'm so sorry, but it's time for me.
I agree. I think especially saying like how it's a serious relationship, which is so cute. Love that for you. I think for you, I think that you're not wrong for wanting to step out of this friendship.
No.
And the way to do it is to have a very mature, loving conversation, not hate or, you know, super judgment. But in order for you to have that conversation, you do need to talk about the things that you know that you learned from your boyfriend.
You don't have to talk about everything.
And you don't have to throw him under the bus. No. But I also agree to have a conversation with the boyfriend prior and say, listen, like you said, I know you weren't supposed to tell me this, but in order for me to have this conversation with her, I do have to bring it up. And it's not like it's going to always be brought up. It's going to be the last time. Yeah.
And honestly,
I do. And the boyfriend should respect that.
The boyfriend should respect that. At first, he might be like, bro code. Like,
but it's for the relationship as well. Yeah. Because now it's pulling a toll on your girlfriend and the relationship and you as well. That if
give him an hour or two, and then after his little... Because boys are all the same sometimes.
Yeah, he could surprise her and just be like, "I understand." That's what the I'm trying to think of the word. The preferred reaction would be.
But if it goes the wrong way, then it's okay. Give him a couple hours. Let him reset. Let him rethink about the conversation you guys had.
Mostly people will come around.
He'll come around. And definitely if you guys have been together for a good amount of time, so.
It also seems like this person has their head completely in the right direction with everything, with the comments about, I know I can't control anybody, stuff like that, and her feeling betrayed because if you think about it, if you're giving to somebody and you're already exhausted, so you're pushing through that exhaustion, you're pushing through that, I don't want to do this anymore because you love somebody else and they're just betraying you, it's like, what am I draining myself to zero for? If you're just going to be a shitty friend. That is a shitty friend. And that person probably doesn't realize that they're being a shitty friend right now because there's no awareness. They're in their head. They're in their little rose-colored glasses, blinded by love. Toxic love. And that's not on you. And also, you are who you surround yourself with. If you are striving to have a successful, loving, healthy, committed relationship, it is not always in your best interest to be surrounded by toxic situationships or toxic I don't even know what you would call that, but because it's not a relationship, but toxic
environment.
Yeah, I guess you could say toxic environments, toxic relationship, whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But props to you for having so much accountability and in such a mature, healthy way for that situation. And I think everybody should take this as a lesson that it is okay to step away from those friendships.
Because they'll open up and maybe they won't, and maybe it'll take 10 years.
And then you guys ran your course. Or if you never become friends again, I'm sure you've had good times outside of this right now. I'm sure you've had great conversations. I'm sure she's helped you get through things. You've helped her. You guys done. Yeah. I'm sure you're partying and like all that other stuff. Phenomenal. But sometimes it's just,
it's okay to let go.
100%. And when you let go and you create that space, it allows for space of new friends and new experiences and stuff like that. Like if I had always kept around the toxic friends or the friendships that turn toxic, a perfect example of me removing that was allowing you to step in my life more and be my podcast co-host and things like that. So like imagine if I didn't and I kept that toxic environment and I kept those toxic friendships, there would have been no room for a friendship like this. So sometimes it seems like it's hurtful and it's scary, and I'm sure there's anxiety and nerves around it. But if you have good intentions when you have the conversation, you're coming from a good place and it's for the benefit of your life. It's not selfish and it's not wrong.
No.
It's actually filling up your cup. Mm-hmm. That seems to be drained. She drank your cup. Yeah. She said guzzle, guzzle.
But there's always air in your cup. So it's not.
I just said this to somebody yesterday, the girl that Janae, when I met her at the thing, I was like, this guy said something to me on Sunday and it stuck with me. Do you want to say what it was? Because I think they'll love it. And then we'll do peek and pit.
I forget exactly what
it was. He said, we were talking about filling up your cup, whatever. And even when your cup gets like really low. And he was like, well, technically your cup's never empty, because even when it's not filled with the substance or filled up with the liquid and the love and everything that you would usually have in there, it is filled up with air. Mm-hmm. So there always is something in your cup, and it's okay for the cup to go low as long as you make sure you bring the cup back up. And then I proceeded to say, yep, until you're dead and there's no cup. Because that's just my automatic response. I gotta work on it. Yeah. It's just my way of expressing. All right. I hope you guys like this episode. This was a fun one. We giggled. I'm sorry. I already know. Peek and pit. My peak is going to be about this. And it's when I went to go full force for the sponsorship and you just started talking about marijuana. That is going to be, and I can't wait to see you whack yourself. You keep talking about like you getting whacked in the head before
I whacked myself so hard and you gave me no reaction. You were like, are you okay? Oh gosh,
I didn't even notice.
I was like,
I just turned around and she was like,
right in my eye.
I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to see how I gave no reaction. That's going to be it. Roger, highlight it up. Highlight it up.
Yes, Roger.
I'm excited. And then my pit. I really have, like, my life is so beautiful. Like, I've really been being reminded of it, and I see it in like little things and stuff like that. I don't really like. Okay, so full honesty, pit living situation, just getting an apartment, but we're gonna have some positivity with that. Yeah. But I just don't like the environment I'm in, and that is really the only pit in my life.
That's awesome. Not awesome, but like.
But like that there's so many, that I'm finding all the good and stuff like that. Yeah. And there is good in my environment. I have a little brother, my little Elijah Bean peanut butter butt. Oh, I just want to squeeze him until he's just like one. Like you would
squeeze him back to the like 10 months.
But he's like chubby cheeked and everything, and he used to rub my ears to go to sleep, and they smell like
baby voice. I miss my brother's baby voices.
I have a video of him, and I had the flower Snapchat thing on. He's like, flower. It's flowers. I'm like,
boys
ovaries.
Boys baby voices are the cutest. And now all my younger brothers are like going through
puberty, and then it drops and it's like, hey Ange. It's like, ew.
Where's Ma? Just say Mom.
Where's Ma?
Ma. What? Yeah, you forgot how to talk again?
You forgot the last letter?
Yeah.
M-O-M.
Can we spell?
Savannah would admit.
I know.
Savannah's getting so good with her words. And she said gross.
I know, she said gross.
And she said my name.
Yeah, she said
it twice. She's like, Tata. Usually it starts with like Tata, and then it goes to Tai. But she got it. She was like, Tata.
It was so random, too.
It was so quiet, too. And you were like, did she just say it? And I was like, I think she might have. I love that.
She said Cece. She said Bree. She has said Jules. Like, she's getting good. But, like, it's random. Like, you have to really listen to her.
Because she said something else that day, too. She said gross.
Tie.
There was something else she said that day.
What else did she say?
Oh, my God. I remember we both were like, oh, my God, she said another word.
Yeah.
We were also cracked out that day. 7.5 hours. Something's coming soon. We're so excited. So excited.
I know.
Hello, summer. Hello, beach. We'll just leave it with that.
Yeah.
Just stay tuned for the end of this month and then all throughout the summer.
It's dropping at the end of the month.
Stay tuned this week, next week, something.
Yeah, this week or next week.
Yeah, filming ahead of time does kind of throw me off all the time, but it makes our life so much easier.
I know. We'll do a live podcast once we're not so busy.
Yeah, like on, like, well, I'm sure there'll be something that, like, happens and we're like, get on the mics right now.
Well, oh.
All right, what's your peak and pit?
My pit is nursing school, and it will always be nursing school until I graduate.
You didn't, I mean, props. You don't even have to think about a pit every time.
Other than that, life's going pretty well. I've been going through the waves, but we're getting through. Peak is this episode was kind of funny.
This was a good one. Brought a lot of laughter.
Yeah.
And also, like, when we do these episodes, we completely detach from our reality lives, like school, work, personal life. Yeah. Like, it's just us talking and just chit chatting.
It's just therapy.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And then we take these off, and it's like outside world comes.
You're like, oh,
fuck.
All
right. This is a cute little episode.
Yeah.
If you're not following us, like I said, all of our stuff's always linked. And stay tuned for some upcoming projects. Working on some things. We work hard. And we will see you guys next Sunday with a special guest.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. We're bringing somebody fresh and new in.
Yes.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Mwah.
Oh gosh. I literally just knocked myself out with the...
Which one?
Did you not even...
No, but it's recording, so I will see it. What'd you do? You like whacked
I think I just...
Don't say it. Don't say it. I'm putting this in the YouTube video, I swear to God.
Growing up. Oh, I'm not recording that.